Hello guys, I hope you are enjoying my content. Thank you for the support from last video, so that's why here is another top 5 necromancy manhwa like solo leveling. In a world where reality has merged with a game-like system, humanity faces an era of global class awakenings. Dungeons emerge, monsters roam freely, and survival hinges on one's ability to adapt and grow stronger. On the day of his awakening, Lin Mayu is bestowed with a unique hidden class, Necromancer. Unlike others, his talents are extraordinary. His skills are amplified tenfold, and any damage he would receive is instead absorbed by his summoned minions. As long as his undead army stands, Lin Mayu is virtually invincible. Embracing his new identity, Lin Mayu commands an ever-growing legion of skeletal warriors, lich generals, and undead dragons. With each battle, his power escalates, turning him into a formidable force that blurs the line between life and death. As he ascends through treacherous realms and faces formidable adversaries, Lin Mayu's journey is one of relentless ambition and unyielding dominance. From a solitary figure to the master of an undead empire, Lin Mayu's tale is a testament to the might of necromancy and the indomitable will of one who dares to challenge fate itself. Next is Yunwu's twin brother disappeared 5 years ago, leaving behind nothing but silence, until one day, Yunwu finds his brother's old pocket watch. Inside it is a hidden diary and a chilling revelation. His brother had died while climbing the Tower of the Sun God, an otherworldly place where powerful beings, monsters, and players compete in deadly trials. And he had been betrayed. Fueled by grief and vengeance, Yunwu decides to climb the tower himself. But he's not just starting from scratch, he inherits his brother's knowledge, skills, and hidden legacy. And along with them, his hatred. Armed with memories of the future, Yunwu becomes a cold, calculating warrior who will stop at nothing to rise through the ranks. As he conquers each floor, he gains legendary skills, defeats monstrous enemies, and forms uneasy alliances with ancient beings known as gods and demons. But he also awakens a terrifying power within himself. The Black King's authority, a legacy of destruction that even the gods fear. Step by step, Yunwu transforms from a grieving brother into a ruthless rancor, feared across the tower. He's not just climbing to survive. He's climbing to crush those who wronged his brother, and to uncover the tower's deepest, darkest truths. In a world where betrayal is common and power rules all, Yunwu will carve his own legend, with blood, shadows, and vengeance. Next on the line. At 19, Kong Woo-jin was an ordinary high school student when he was abruptly summoned to the brutal, war-torn world of Alphen. Stripped of any special abilities, he clawed his way to power through sheer will, mastering necromancy and commanding an army of the undead. Over 2 decades, he transformed into the feared monarch of Allendale, a sovereign who stood toe-to-toe with gods and crushed empires. When Woo-jin finally returns to Earth, only 5 years have passed. But the world he knew is unrecognizable. Dungeons have appeared, monsters roam freely, and society teeters on the edge of chaos. Though his strength has been reset, Woo-jin retains his battle-hardened mind, vast knowledge, and the soul of a conqueror determined to protect his family and reclaim his power. Woo-jin reawakens as a necromancer, summoning undead familiars like Bibi, Dalsi, and Ryong. He rebuilds his undead army, confronts new threats, and establishes the Allendale Guild, extending his dominion from Seoul to the far reaches of the multiverse. As interdimensional forces and ancient enemies converge, Woo-jin's journey becomes a relentless battle against destiny, betrayal, and the very fabric of reality. With each challenge, he solidifies his legacy as the King of the Dead, a ruler whose ambition knows no bounds. Kong Hyuk was once an ordinary man, but everything changed when he was forcefully thrown into the brutal world of Hela, a hellish realm where only the strong survive. Betrayal, pain, and endless war shaped him into something more, a warrior who mastered the most forbidden art, necromancy. There, Kong Hyuk became feared across the land. Known as the Iron-Blooded Necromancer, he commanded legions of the dead, conquered battlefields, and crushed kingdoms with his iron will. But even after surviving the worst, he never forgot his roots or the family he left behind on Earth. Then came the message that shattered everything. His younger brother, his last remaining family, was dead. Returning to Earth, Hyuk finds the world twisted beyond recognition. Dungeons tear open the skies, monsters roam the streets, and hunters, those granted powers by a mysterious system struggle to survive. But Earth isn't just dangerous. It's corrupt. And the same system that turned Hela into a battlefield is now devouring his home. But Kang Hyuk is no longer the man he once was. He doesn't fear monsters. He is the monster. Armed with his terrifying necromancer powers, summoning undead champions, draining life force, and raising the fallen as loyal soldiers, Hyuk begins his second conquest. Not out of ambition, but vengeance. To punish those who let his brother die. To tear down the broken world and rebuild it with cold precision. To remind everyone watching, death is not the end. It's the beginning of his army. As enemies rise, guilds clash, and dark secrets surface, Kang Hyuk fights to protect what little remains of his past while forging a new future drenched in power and blood. The iron-blooded necromancer has returned, and this time he's not here to survive. Next one is. Monsters spilled from newly opened dungeons, cities crumbled, and humanity was pushed to the brink of extinction. People began awakening classes, powers pulled from legends and myths, but the world wasn't kind to the weak. Kang Jun was an ordinary man with no special talent, no godlike skills, nothing but grit and determination. Then, by fate or cruel chance, he awakened as a necromancer. A class feared and misunderstood, often looked down upon by other survivors. Alone and hunted, Kang Jun had no guild, no friends, no backup. His only advantage was the dead. He learned to raise skeletons and spirits from fallen foes. He could command an army of undead warriors that obeyed his every command. Every enemy he defeated fueled his dark power, making him stronger with every battle. Death was no longer a limit but a weapon. While others fought desperately to survive, Kang Jun mastered death itself. He became a cold strategist, silently building an empire of bone and shadow. In a world gone mad, he carved out his own path with ruthless efficiency. Monsters, rival hunters, and corrupt factions all sought to eliminate him. But Kang Jun's will was ironclad. His necromantic powers evolved beyond anyone's expectations. He grew stronger, faster, and deadlier. His enemies became his army. His journey is a solitary crusade for survival, power, and revenge. No one stands with him, but none can stand against him. In the shattered ruins of humanity's last hope, the lone necromancer rises, an unstoppable force born from death itself. I hope you found it a new manhwa to fulfill your craving. That wraps up today's recommendation. If you have questions or requests, feel free to reach out. See you in the next video and take care. If you want something more casual, formal, or humorous, just let me know.